Page 83. This is a chord progression, a little longer one now. We have a 1, 6, 4, 2, 1, 5, 7, 1. And we got some inversions stuck in there. No interest for me in memorizing chord progressions, other than the 5, 7, 1 goes really well for cadences. The 4 chord works well too, but they're not using it quite for cadence yet. It's in the middle of this progression. However, let's just look at it in C major, just root position. Let's just look at the chords first. In root position, we got a 1 chord, then we got a 6 chord, and a 4 chord, a 2 chord, a 1 chord, and a 5, 7, 1. They kind of lead into each other. So you have a 1 chord and a 6 chord. Now you will notice that in those 2 chords, there's 2 notes in there that are the same. These 2. And when that happens, you can bet the 1 chord will lead into the other chord very nicely in most cases. Yeah. And then from there we go to the 4 chord. Well, again, when I go from here to here, we got 2 notes in those that are the same. They lead into them. Yeah. So it flows very nicely. And then from a 4 chord, we go to a 2 chord, and here again, 2 notes are the same. So it harmonically, it just sounds nice. And then from a 2 chord, we go to the 1 chord, which is just 1 step down. Yeah, it works okay. It's not a big jump, it's just down. And the 5, 7, 1. That kind of works that way. So that kind of a progression is just when the chords are sharing the same notes like that, you can go from 1 chord to the other, sort of what they're doing. As far as these half notes and all this stuff, they're just giving you ideas. The 1 chord, the top note, the right hand, we're kind of using whatever inversion that keeps us close together here. And the pattern they're using. So it's a 1 chord, then a 6 chord, because the chord is here, but I did that. And then a 4 chord, and then a 2 chord in first inversion. That's why that's an F, because the 2 chord is here. Then a 1 chord in second inversion, 5, 7 chord, 1 chord. That's what they're doing. They're using the same progression then in these other keys. We'll get used to what the left hand is doing. It's all the same. Right? They're all the same. And then the right hand, you're getting used to this progression. The black key gets in the way there. That's sort of what they're doing. So that way, when you go to transpose these to these keys listed in the middle, you're doing the same thing. Like in the first one they give is D major. Well, D major is 2 sharp. So here 1, here. That's what it is. That's the pattern for the left hand. I'm following the pattern in their half notes. They're in D major, and then the chords were staying close by. Here. Using the same pattern in the right hand, but in the other key. Trying to use the same inversion and so forth. It takes a little practice to get used to doing that. But it's good practice. It's good for you to take the time. It might take you a couple of weeks to get through it, I suppose. But let's look at a harmonic minor. They're on the second list. Let's go there to A harmonic. We did A harmonic last time. Let's go down 1 to C harmonic minor. C minor is 3 flats. Harmonic is going to use a B natural then. Here. So the notes in the left hand are going to be similar to up above on C major, except you're in minor, 3 flats. That's pretty simple there. And then these notes are again going to be the same ones, except you got to use 3 flats. And harmonic minor means B natural. So that's all it is that I picked the wrong one, didn't I? Let's pick another harmonic minor. How about go over one there from C minor to F minor? F minor has 4 flats here, except harmonic minor, then we're going to use an E natural rather than an E flat. So the left hand's the pattern up above. So it's there. So as it started on thumb, go down a third, go down a third. So that's another way of transposing, is I'm reading the music here and I'm simply going up or down the interval that's in the music. So that first one, I start on an F, and the next note is a third down. Next one is a third down, then a second up, and then a fifth down. It's another way of transposing. And then the right hand, B flat, well, B flat is here when first inversion. Here. And then the middle note goes up one, and then we go up here, and then the top note goes up. Everybody goes down. 5, 7, 1. So again, I transposed it, reading the half notes. I found my starting position, and for the next chord, I see the only change is the middle note went up one, so I go here. And then the next measure, the bottom note goes up one. The next measure, the top note goes up one. And then they all go down one. And then the 5, 7. Another way of transposing. Playing that chord progression in whatever the key that it is. At the bottom of the page, again, is a technique thing where you're playing the same note names in each hand. It's broken chord block. You notice this is in minor, A minor. Except in this case, we're in A natural minor. We didn't use harmonic minor. If we used harmonic minor, all the G's would have been G sharp. So if I play it in harmonic minor, G sharp. Yeah. So in that case, natural minors seem to go better. And then they want you to transpose it to B natural minor and C natural minor. B natural minor is relative to D, so it has 2 sharps. So you're just doing the same thing. Yeah, but we're in first inversion. Okay. I go a little fast. You go slow and you just work out each one in natural minor. Yeah.